If you want to become a developer in IT world, then you have to learn the basics of whatever the technology which you are interested in. For example, if you want to become a web developer, then learning HTML, CSS and JavaScript is essential part of learning the basics. Or if you want to become some kind of backend developer, then obviously learning some kind of backend language as well as some database related things and how to build API. This is the basic concept which you have to learn whenever you are getting started in building backend. So similar goes for some other things like maybe DevOps or cloud, where you have to learn some kind of Linux and terminal basics, as well as some cloud infrastructure related things like operating system and virtualization and all the other things which might be required. All these things are basics, and once you are familiar with these basics, you will be able to build nice things upon it. Instead of learning the basics, if you directly jump into some kind of development work, then you will be getting stuck a lot of time, and this stuck will not let you move forward in your job or career. It will make you stuck in that particular stage only. So in order to become a developer in IT world, you need to start learning basics of any technology which you are interested and you want to make it as career. Once you learn these basics, you will be able to move on and you will be able to build lots of amazing things as a developer in your field. Second thing is, as a developer, you will be working with multiple technologies. For example, if you are going to become cloud engineer or DevOps, that time you will be working with Docker, Linux terminal, as well as some kind of GitHub, and all the other technologies which might come in between these things. So you need to have knowledge as well as how to work with all these technologies. In web development, it might be something like front end, back end, database, as well as some kind of middleware package, and all the other things which will come into place. And all these technologies are there, right? These technologies work together to give some kind of output. And if you are just a coder, you have to focus on just coding part of it. But if you are a developer, you have to focus on multiple things, because as a developer, you will be building some kind of output related project. So when you are building output related project, or you are expecting some kind of bigger result, that time you have to work with multiple technologies, and you need to understand and you should be able to visualize what are all these technologies are and where they will be working in this particular order. So when there are something like database, you need to understand that okay, this will be connected to some other backend, and that backend will send some kind of data to the front end, and all this workflow should be known to you, and you will be able to understand this once you start to work on the projects. And when you are working on the project, that time you will be able to clearly understand where are the flow, and especially when the error comes, you will be able to pinpoint where exactly something might have gone wrong. The other day only, the websites were not working of one of my clients, and I started to debug like what exactly happened. Ended up with testing the server, then web application, and all those things, and I understood that the DNS was the problem, because I understood that multiple technologies will be working together in order to make sure that website is running fine. So anywhere the things might have gone wrong, because if some kind of generic error comes on website, you won't be able to understand where exactly error is. You might directly think that okay, it is application related error, then you will see that application is actually working fine. So there are multiple technologies and multiple layer of things are involved in this particular thing. That's why you need to have knowledge of all these things, and exploring these technologies and working with them will give you those knowledge, and you'll be able to understand and build top of it. And final point which I want to make in this particular video is start to use frameworks. When you use frameworks, it will be like you will be having all the multiple technologies in one particular place. Technology might not present in one particular place. It will have some kind of linkage inside it. For example, if you use some kind of framework, in that clearly mentioned that okay, this is related to database technology, and this is related to front end, and this is related to back end. So what happens is it will have codes in it. When a framework will have code inside it, you'll be able to understand that okay, there are technology which will be involved when you are using that particular code or that particular file. Using framework will make sure that you are developing something great thing, and when you are developing using framework, you will be actually able to build really big projects, or you will be able to work on the bigger project. So in something like DevOps, it might be Docker related things. I'm not calling Docker as a framework, but it's a set of tools which will act like one framework. You will be writing all the infrastructure related code inside it, maybe creating one backend, maybe creating one front end, and once it's done, you'll be able to release that particular configuration to one server if you're following some kind of DevOps related concepts. So learning these things will make sure that you are moving on correct direction in IT world, and learning framework will always let you build bigger things. Once you have built it, if it's a web application or mobile application, just release it. If it is just related to something like DevOps or cloud, then document it so that you'll be able to show it to some people during your interview, or you'll be able to use it for applying some kind of job. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.